Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to this Smite commentary. And this time around, this is a little bit older one. As you can see, we're still in the Halloween map. But that doesn't matter because it's still a good game to watch. And more importantly, I can show off the new skin, the new Neith skin called Scarlet Dangerfield. Fun fact, it is actually the name of one of the high-res employees. Which is kind of interesting in my opinion, because that is an awesome name. I mean, it really sounds like a secret agent kind of thing. So it is a pretty cool skin. It's the Neith skin with the most clothes on, which is also quite dumb or interesting, depending on your view, I guess. But we'll just start with the regular buff start, putting them together. I had a weave in between early on to make sure that we can deal maximum damage. Backflip for the style points, and let's just kill this final buff camp and grab that buff. So when I went up to the base and I used the backflip, I did that to make sure that I had full mana getting here, because she has a quite low mana pool. If you don't get Transcendence, you will have a rough time dealing with her mana. Nice Sanctuary won't save you. Looks like Ra is able to pick that one up, and that will already be first blood. And Artemis doesn't have a lot of movement speed. She went for Sanctuary, so when she got locked down by our Terra, there was nowhere to go. She did use Sanctuary, but a little bit too late. If you're at 1 HP, it's not worth it anymore. We had a couple of abilities left up. My 2 got interrupted, so it didn't go off the first time, and that allowed me to use it the second time as well. So with that, first blood. Actually, it went to the Ra, but that's fine. We have a decent team. I mean, we actually have a lot of ability damage from the physical side. Neith, Thanatos, as well as Samukhan have a lot of damage early on. And if you look at the magical damage, depends on if Ra can hit his stuff, if we will be able to do something. Not able to connect on the Artemis. Attack speed will be reduced with that 2 connecting. Ooh, if Thanatos waited a little bit, I think it would have been in execute range. That's why I went for it. I wanted to hit the Artemis to make her in execute range, so the Thanatos could finish it off and get an easy kill with that. He was a little bit too early, but still the damage helped out, I guess. But it didn't stun because, of course, Artemis gets CC immunity from that ultimate. That's also one of the reasons I didn't want to engage. Getting that stun is not something I'm looking for if I can avoid it. Depending, of course, if they continue fighting an entire team fight, then sometimes it's better to actually take that board stun, which is only like half a second, to after that go away again and contribute to the fight. Not go away, contribute to the fight. Go past that board that annoys you and kill them. Kill them all! No mercy. So I'm going for an power build. I like to go power builds on Neith. You can go for attack speed build on every god, but I feel like with Neith it's way more effective to enhance your abilities by just getting a shit ton of power, and even more power. Just a lot of power, penetration, and you will be able to deal a lot of damage with your ultimate. I've hit people for like over 600 with that ultimate fully charged. It's definitely an insane ability that can be very, very useful. I'm going for Transcendence first. That will allow me to have more mana, allow me to use my abilities a lot more before I am forced back. It is not the most important, since we're in arena, that you have enough mana, that you have a high enough mana pool, but I feel like I just like it that much. That allows me to just kind of stay a little bit longer if I want to, and it's just a very good amount of power. It's one of the highest power items in the game when it comes to physicals. I'm not sure if it is the highest. Fully stacked at max level, I think it actually is, because you get a lot of mana. Blink in from the Ares will only pull one, only the Terra, she is fine. Ultimate from Vulcan of the Mark, so it's not going to hit her in any way. Nice ultimate by our Thanatos. I will be avoiding that stun. Can I ult? Do ult. Loki is here. Can we kill him at least? Ooh, nice heal by the Terra. Didn't die to the bleed. And he will be able to get out enough healing to use his wand to heal up on the minions as well. And that's something that, since they changed the way his cast works, is very easy to use, or a lot easier than it used to be. You can now use your abilities a lot easier to either heal up, speed yourself up, silence someone, Or maybe even use your ultimate when you're low on HP. Don't recommend it because they can just kill you with one hit. But this does allow you to use your abilities a lot better. And that's something I think is really nice for him. Because I haven't been seeing a lot of Thanatos before he got buffed. Still not a lot, but I've seen a couple more. And I feel like it does help him a lot. Because if he's low on HP, he can actually do something instead of just trying to run his way out of that one. Nice dukes by the Scylla. Will avoid all our abilities. So I'll just head back. I have enough for Transcendence. Let's just make sure that I get some experience from this wave as well. And then head back to the base. I can back. Is it going to be faster? Nah, doesn't really matter too much. But if I get interrupted once, then it's not worth it anymore. So sometimes it's just better to walk back. Also depends a little bit on what you're against. Sometimes they can chase you down. If they have a Neith ultimate, you want to get back as quickly as possible. There are all kind of factors. If you're against Neith, just stand behind a pillar. That's probably your best bet. If you want to, well, back. Nice snipe. Will not, well, it will connect, but nice Sanctuary by the Vulcan will avoid that one. Thanatos in the air will go for the, what's it called? The Artemis. Ooh, that's just barely able to survive that one. Did use my Purification Beads to get out of the stun from the Loki. He wasn't able to confirm his bleed, and with that I will be able to survive. Luckily enough, but oh well. I'm going for Jotuns next. That will allow me to use my abilities a lot more. Especially my ultimate, I think is pretty important, but also just my Spirit Arrow. It's pretty powerful. As you can see, nice detonation. That's a lot of damage, and Artemis will be dying by the backflip. Pure style, perfect combination. Samukhan dealing the additional damage to make sure that that kill happened. Definitely a good one. They really wanted to aggress. I hit her as well as the weave. Able to confirm all my basics and abilities on her, and she died. Nice. Love it. That's the upside in Arena as well. Because you fight constantly, or at least you try to fight a lot to try and kill your enemies. There will occasionally be weaves on the ground that you didn't put there with your backflip. And that's because you will be fighting a lot in this area. And that will, in the end, or just will straight up allow you to, well, hit a weave once in a while. Kill someone. Surprise them with it. Although if you're aware of it, you don't stand next to a weave. Something like the traps on Artemis. You don't want to be stepping in one of those either. Come on. Nice. That will confirm it. I don't think he needs to use his ultimate on that one. Looks like he's going for the Scylla. I use my ultimate to buy some time. Nice Sanctuary by the Scylla will save her life. Ra sniped off the mark by a little bit. But that will not be enough. Looks like Loki has his eyes on me. Not enough damage though. He's still... Ooh, that detonates. Ares walked into that one. I don't want to be too aggressive. Ooh, that Scylla ultimate was very, very close. Lured by the Scylla. Can I get out? Actually got medied by our Terra, I guess. Aww. Loki has his ultimate. Okay, that's unfortunate. Damn it, Loki. Why? Always the Loki. Always the Loki, man. But I guess it's fine. We did pick up a couple of them. Did we? Actually, I'm not sure. Oh well, it doesn't matter. We're still ahead. By decent, I mean, it's not a lead they can't overcome. But I guess you can almost overcome every lead in Arena. If you're lucky enough. For instance, if the spawn timers are very, very long, you get a deicide and you get, I don't know, a Juggernaut through and something like that. There are just a lot of ways to kind of get that advantage back. If we get the Juggernaut through, I mean, it's 15 points, and if you get some minions through, it's also a huge swing. So that can really help you out. Even if you're behind like 80 points with just 100 left to go, you still have a chance. It's not huge, but there is still a chance. Ooh, that's ultimate. Vulcan ultimate confirming the Ra. Pretty, well, not, I wouldn't say easily, but that was a lot of damage. Ah, why do I have so much trouble hitting someone that is completely oblivious for me? Sometimes I feel like that's even more difficult than someone that knows that you're actually going to hit them. Kind of waiting for them to step into that weave. A bit too early on that detonation. Won't be able to hit anyone, even with the Spirit Arrow itself. Trying to avoid that chain. He's switching to me, which is odd. I think he could have killed the Terra, but you're not going to take me with you. One Spirit Arrow will be enough. He's slowed by himself when he uses his ultimate, so that's the risk he's taking. And I'm going to try in something new as well. Since Hyros got buffed with, I think, the patch or a patch before, not sure which one, but I feel like with Neith, that's actually a pretty good one as well. I mean, I have 4 abilities that can proc it. I have an ability that can lock someone in place, which allows me to hit that next basic, my Spirit Arrow, or my ultimate actually. So I feel like Hyros Lament's actually a pretty good item for Neith. I mean, I don't have any attack speed, but when I hit someone, especially when I get a little bit more items online, I think I can basically hit them with 400 basics or more, depending on if they have protections or not, if my build is fully done, etc, etc. But I feel like it's just very powerful. Nice dunk by the Thanatos, will be stunned by the Artemis Boar as well as I will. Terra Ultimate will provide me enough movement speed to avoid the crush. Loki still looking for me. Loki, go away! Nobody likes you. Well, nobody likes to be a... Okay, that's fine. I still had my backflip, kind of waiting for her to use her ultimate. In time to backflip, prevent that one from hitting me. It wouldn't have killed me, but it's enough. Oh, nice. Nice. Silence by the Thanatos confirms that kill. Let's go for a fully charged ultimate. That's a lot of damage. I used my... Oh, that's unfortunate. I really thought it would have been enough damage. It wasn't. My 2 barely not enough. Couldn't really get in there to try and get another one. Basic will be enough to finish off the Artemis. Unfortunately enough, wasn't in time to help the Thanatos out. He will be picked up, but I guess it's fine. Loki missing his basic. Oh, and Ra missing his snipe. I guess they both missed it, so they both survive. Ultimate. Oh, nice Sanctuary. Ra would have definitely died there if he didn't, so... Not sure what her plan was, but as you can see, Thanatos... Oh, nice Sanctuary actually. I'm not sure if she used her Purification Beads as well, because she was able to move immediately. But she used her 3 too early. I kind of baited it out with my Spirit Arrow, and then the Thanatos had a free dunk because that ability was down. And with that, now she finally dies, but it did cost her a Sanctuary and perhaps her Purification Beads as well. Not 100% sure about that one though. So, Hydra's finished. Good amount of cooldown reduction. 35%, almost max, so you don't really need any more. And as you can see, already 270 on a basic after the Spirit Arrow. So with that, it is almost as if I have another ability that hits very hard after each basic. Or after each ability with a basic. Loki ultimate is used. It will be enough to finish off the round, unfortunately. A little bit too low. That is a rough situation. Tusky used. I don't really want to engage onto the Tusky. Aww. I'm really not sure what the range on Tusky is. I guess you can't attack it with your basic attacks. Ooh, I need to Sanctuary this one. Try to buy as much time as I can. Healing up. Come on. Don't have flames. No, I missed. Maybe if I hit the root I would have survived. That way I could have gotten myself away from his 3 range. And I think that I would have been able to live long enough to make sure that I could use my backflip to get out of his range. Fortunately enough, I missed. I guess it's fine. 2 deaths so far. It's not the worst thing. Died to Loki once, died to Ares the other time. The others I've been avoiding pretty much all game, so I guess that's completely fine. Let's wait a bit for the Titan's Bane. You get a lot of gold per second in this game mode, 8 per second, so if you're like 50 gold short, sometimes it's just better to wait. Unless, of course, there are a lot of minions getting to your base, but I guess you always have those exceptions in every single game. Looks like Ares is going to look for that ultimate. Decent amount of damage. Hydra's Lament doesn't buff it insanely against the Ares. It went from like 150 or 57 or something like that with that proc to 118, which is not a lot. Used my Purification Beads, probably should not have used it there. Ares died beforehand. Actually hit the Loki in stealth, as you can see the numbers popping up. Not sure where he is. He's not low enough, but I can still look for someone else. Fortunately enough, wasn't paying too much. Oh, that root hit, and it will be a kill. So there was a weave there, which was kind of lucky because my Spirit Arrow wasn't in range. The weave was though, so that will be enough to finish off the Vulcan. Nice kill. I actually didn't plan that one, but I guess it worked out very well. I can't aim for crap. Oh man. I do like the skin, to be honest. I kind of like the voice back and the way it looks. And it's again one of those skins that kind of uses the gun animation instead of a bow animation, which is also kind of nice. But I'm also a huge fan of Neith, or Neith. I think it's Neith. But ooh, nice, come on. Nice dunk by the Thanatos. Sanctuary used beforehand, so nice by the Loki. Will avoid that death with that. Let's make sure that we get those last hits. But like I mentioned, Neith I like a lot as well, because I have that dancing mode, and Neith has that little monkey, and that one dances as well, so I really like that a lot about that skin. It's just, I feel like it's just a great one. Use my ultimate there, 550 damage. It will allow them to try and get out a little bit easier, because one of them is not only stunned but also poked out a little bit. But I guess it's not really enough. Well, actually, nice, we are able to pick up that one quite easily. Oh, through the wall, Spirit Arrow misses. Samukhan just barely enough time to get into the air, heal up enough. He will be able to get out, and with that, we're still ahead a good amount. 7 kills in total, which is not bad, and 50 points. So that means that we're kinda... I think we also got one wave through then. Otherwise you don't have that much of an advantage, or you just last hit the minions better than the opponents. That's also a good way to get those points. Advantage at least. Final item will be a Brawler's Beatstick. Not so much for the healing reduction, but more for the straight up power and flat penetration, which is never a bad thing to get. As you can see, poking out the Scylla for half her HP with just that combo, which is almost immediately confirmed. If she doesn't use a 3 immediately, she will also take my 2 damage as well as a couple of basics. It's just a little bit too much for her to deal with. I think she has something like a Warlock Sash. She has a decent amount of HP to survive. Not able to confirm that one. 54 points ahead. That's not bad. Not going to complain. It will be difficult for the enemies to get back from that one. It's still an option, so definitely be careful for that one. I mean, if for instance Ares get a 5-man pool and everyone's purification beat is down, you basically get a deicide. So that makes for a rough situation. Iris ultimate onto... Looks like only Terra again got pulled, which is probably not bad for us. And let's see, can we get the Ares? Thanatos actually went for the Artemis, which is not a bad choice, but it looks like Samukhan is able to pick up that Ares for us. Loki is there. Can we get him? Oh, I missed the stealth. Come on. Ooh, that basic hits hard. 430 with 1 basic. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage with 1 basic. It's not even a crit. Imagine that being a crit. Wow, that Spirit Arrow. 515. That damage is a lot. As you can see, even on the buffs, 500 damage. So just a lot of damage with this build when it comes to rough, straight up damage. Ooh, looks like... Oh, he's probably going to die if he doesn't have ultimate. Yes, that will be enough. And wow. Oh, poor Artemis. He got hit by 1 basic, sniped by the Ra, and 1 death side, and that's it. He died to that. Or she died to that. That's... Wow. That damage was insane. So that will be the victory for us. And a nice one as well. As you can see, top damage. Neith can do a lot of damage. Her abilities do insane damage. If you can get ahead early on, it's definitely very powerful. But you also have a quite cheap build. I mean, if you don't build any crit, your most expensive item is your Transcendence, which is 2600. That's definitely not bad. I mean, if you go for crit, the cheapest crit item is 2400, and that's not true actually. 2100. It's the Poison Star. But Poison Star is not really the best crit item in my opinion to get. The cheapest valuable crit item I feel like is Rage, which is 2400, but it also is most of the time not what you're looking for. Wind Demon, very popular, of course. Deathbringer and Malice. Malice probably better if you are not dealing with healers or a lot of self-sustain, and Deathbringer a lot better if you want to burst someone. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We got a good look at the new Neith skin. Took me a while to upload this one. I had a lot of videos laying around. Really didn't know when I wanted to get to this one, but I guess this time it is the Neith skin. Still trying to play Camazotz. I've been trying a couple of games, but I don't know. I don't like the way he plays. I'm not sure why. he doesn't really fit my style. I don't know. I just don't know. But I guess that's fine. I'll just try to get a good game in with him, and then you'll see, I guess. Although he is overpowered in Assault. I had one match in Assault, even though one of the opponents left from the first team fight on out. It was insane. You have so much sustain in Assault, because there are pools everywhere. It's just nuts. If you get Camazotz in Assault, he is so powerful. Be careful for CCs though. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.